the channel. As you can see, we are currently trading gold or live on gold, and as you can see now, actually dealing with we're selling gold currently. We're selling gold now. If you're tuning in, do where to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you would be notified whenever it is we go live again like this. You could also, get into the trade as well. Let's make the money together. So it's pretty much easy and peasy, as you can see right here. So we're selling gold today. This is the first trade for today. So sorry, this is the second trade for today. The first trade I wasn't live, so I had to go live on the second trade for today. So if you're still here to join us, you're free. You can also be part of whatever it is we're doing, and also equally learn as well from us if you so wish. Like I said, trading is actually a beautiful thing, but it all depends on your strategy and then what you're being able to dish out from the market itself. So currently we're selling gold. It's actually just probably 1:1 on this. So we would actually be fine over here. We'll be fine once we get through to this point. We'll be fine. So let's see what gold is going to be doing here. If you want to be part of our community, do it to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. You can as well also click on the link to join our community of traders. A trade. So let's see what this is going to turn out to be in itself. So remember, we're just looking at TP to be this magnet zone. That's actually what we're looking at. Easy peasy. We're not stretching that much. So let's just see what it's going to look like for us here. We had a spike. The spike is big, bro. It's a big spike. So let's see what's going to happen right here. We're currently on a drawdown. On gold. So let's see what's going to happen. Currently on a drawdown. Now the reason why we're actually taking this is because gold in itself has actually been buying. We've been having all time buys on gold. But I'm actually just doing a counter trading, as you can see right here. So I'm actually counter trading, and let's see what it's going to be printing out um for as many who had finding it difficult to get into trading and be consistent with your strategy. There's this notion I like, communicating to as many that tends to follow us and all of that. When it comes to trading, two things are involved. You're making money or you're losing. So once you have that psychological aspect of trading, you just know that to, it is either you're making money or you're losing money in the market. But when it comes to being a profitable trader, what we are actually after is that you're being able to your losses or your wins outweigh your losses. Pretty much, that's just what we keep spreading as the good news. Your wins should outweigh your losses. So, as many that are in the trade, congratulations. But like I said, two outcome or either of this outcome is going to be possible, that you're winning or you're losing. But it is much also important that you stick to your strategy. Whether you win, whether you lose, stick to your strategy. That also makes you a disciplined trader. But when you don't stick to your, you know, you don't stick to your strategy, you're jumping upon strategies over strategies, you end up not really, getting the best. In fact, it will leave you being confused. That's just the truth about it. It leaves you being confused. So you just need to try as much as you can to be disciplined in your trade, in your strategy. I mean, using your strategy, so to say. So that this is actually what we're looking at for gold. The time, like I said, what dish we're looking at 1:1, real quick. So to as many who want to be part of it, you could also be part of it. As many that want to be part of it, it's open. This is a live trade. You could as well join up. So it solely depends on what you're looking at. So we do this almost every day. So if you're not tuned to our channel, do well to subscribe to our channel so that you get to be notified whenever it is we dish out whenever it is we're going live on, we're having a live trade, so that you can also be part of whatever it is we're doing. So pretty much that is what it looks like. You could also share the live if you have one or two trader who are your friends as well that wants to also get into this current trade. You could share the link with them. So pretty much this is what we're looking at for gold. Just a simple 1:1 here. And then let's see what it's going to be printing out for us. We had a drawdown initially, and then prices just having all of these it's just on a lower time frame, you'll be able to see that price is consolidating within that axis. So but then we're still holding, so we keep holding. So to as many who are in the trade, this is what it looks like today. There's a second trade I said for today. I actually had the first one in the morning. It was actually a win for us. Then I decided to go live on this second trade. So you could as well join up. You could as well join up. So you could do as well. You could also let us know where you're watching from in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Let's know where you're watching from. Let's know where you're watching from. I'm also having a zone here. So two things are involved. I could literally move my TP down to the support. I'm actually looking at my TP2 to be around this region. If the market gives me all the confluences I want, then I definitely am going to be holding this trade for long. But if not, then I'll be sticking to my simple 1:1, which is at this point here. So that's actually what we're doing right here. So the market is actually, it's moving towards let's see. Market is just doing a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot, a whole lot. So let's know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from? This is gold. Remember, we're trading gold. So let's know where you're watching from. Do I to leave tell us in the comments. Let's get to interact. Or you probably might have one or two questions you want to ask. Go ahead and ask those questions that you feel there might be, so I can respond to. Maybe you have one or two issues of concern bothering you when it comes to the forex market or the trading experience and all of that. You could go ahead and ask your question. Let's see what this is actually going to be printing. We are currently on a drawdown. We're currently on a drawdown. 15 minutes. Just say if we should go back to 5 minutes. Let's see what this is looking like. Okay, this is what it is looking like over here. So we're having a drawdown, and it's actually spiking. Actually spiking. So it's actually spiking. It's actually spiking. Let's know where you're watching from. Is somebody asking a question? Did someone just ask the question? You could go ahead and ask your questions. So let's see if we could do one or two justice to it. The floor is free, air is open. The floor is free, is open. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. If you're joining in, tuning in, welcome. Welcome to the channel. Do where to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you get to be notified whenever it is we come live. So you could also trade with us. Like I said initially, when you're trading, um there's a possible one of these outcome is what is going to be possible. Either you're making losses or you're making wins. And like I said, whatever your outcome is important, but your strategy is much more important. And that is why most times your outcome, you might have bridges in your outcome, but once your strategy is, intact, then I think you are in for something better. You're in for something good. Let me just say it that way. You're in for something much more good. So that's why we encourage when you have a strategy, stick to your strategy. Stick to your strategy, and then also don't risk much. Risk what you're sure of. Risk what you know. You are willing to lose. Risk what you know you are willing to lose. Don't risk what you know you won't be able to lose, or when you lose, it will affect your mental well-being. So you just risk what you know you are probably willing to lose. So we're currently holding, like I said, we're on sales on gold. Remember, we had a whole lot of all highs for gold. So I'm actually just doing seed trading, which has to do with counter trading. And then I'm just looking out for this little position right here. And then we're going to be seeing what the outcome is going to look like. But price in itself is actually consolidating at this moment, or momentarily price is consolidating. So we're expecting price to play out vividly or play out very well. So we're still holding. We're still holding. And there's a doji being formed. So like we all know, when it comes to doji, it's an indecision, candle. So we have to wait till we get confirmation of what next the market is going to be doing, and then we are in for whatever it is we want to do from that light. So if you're tuning in, remember to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get to be notified whenever it is will come your way again. So currently selling gold on drawdown or anticipatorily. um we're looking at anticipate really, anticipate really. We're looking at good moving towards our favor, anticipate really. So we're actually on a drawdown, so we keep watching and keep looking. Yeah, if you're tuning in, do it to hit the subscribe button. You could go ahead as go ahead and ask any question of concern right in the comments. So I could go ahead and respond to all of those questions. Yeah, so this is actually a live trade. We're currently on a good sell. As you can see, we're on a good sell. So pretty much we're still holding. Let's see where price is going to be going and how it is going to be dishing. So you could ask any question it is you want to ask and then be responding to those questions. For as many who got into this trade and we're still holding, we're still holding. So this is how we do it every trade every day, yeah. So you could turn on your notification bell as well as hit the subscribe button so that whenever it is we're coming live, you get to be also notified. And then you could also take the trade with us. So you'll be taking a live trade with us. See that now? So we actually this is good and we're just it's just a simple one. We're looking at 1:1 RR, so we're not really scaling that much. But like I said initially, when I was doing my analysis, I was like, okay, I probably would have scaled down a little much more, but I would be fine somewhere around here, which is what I'm looking at. We find somewhere around there. So it's just a simple 1:1, and then as our rule. So if you have any question things you want to ask, feel free to ask. You go ahead and leave those questions so that I can respond to those questions vividly. So this is this is what it looks like, and this is the second trade for the day. We had the first one initially. It was actually a win for us, but then it wasn't. I did. It was not a live trade, so I decided to, since this is the second trade for the day, I decided to go live. So we do live every day, every single day. Go live. So you could trade with us if you wish to. Trade with us if you wish to. Yeah. So can the question keep coming in? Is anyone asking any question where you need clarification, you need advice, you need? You can go ahead and ask those questions. So it's a pretty much on a full sell. So I'm actually going. What I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to be scaling. This is going to be my TP1, and once I'm through my TP1, if price gets through, I'll be taking partials. Once then I could scale down to. We're looking at this. I had a zone here. Yes, I had a zone here. So I'm looking at this zone for my probably maybe let's say TP2 or TP3, so I could hang up one at this region and maybe 2 is going to be here, and then 3 is going to be here. So I'm just holding for 1 first, and if I'm to take all of these, then we're going to be having a 1:3 RR, which is quite still okay, which is good. So but then I'm just going to be scaling to my 1, which is what I'm looking out for. So I 1:1, simple 1:1. So once it gets to 1:1, it's now left for me to now go and take my partials and continue. Or I can also decide to get out of the trade depending. That's one thing with trading for you. You know, when you're trading, you tend not to be, you don't have to be greedy to the market or greedy with the market or whatsoever. I always advise, when it comes to trading, see it from this psychological perspective that the market owes you nothing. So whatever it is you're being able to grab out from the market, you have to just see it as though you're privileged to have it. So if you have the mentality, you find out that your win rate would now be high because you might not want to scale for too much, and the little you could get is you'll be fine with it. Um, you'll be fine with it. That's just it. Um, and also you must ensure your strategy is working. And so once your strategy is working, whether you sustain losses or you sustain wins, it doesn't matter. What really matters is that your strategy is working. You're there. So that's pretty much it. Then also you have to also learn how to manage your emotions. As a trader, you have to learn how to manage your emotion. If you don't learn how to manage your emotion, it will affect your trading experience. And it will affect your trading experience very well. Like it's gonna be too bad. Too bad. So you must learn how to manage your emotions as a trader. Then also um okay, I've said it initially, you don't have to be greedy with the markets. Take whatever it is you're being able to at the time and you can exit. So that's it. So currently holding gold 1:1. If you're tuning in, do wait to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified whenever it is we're pulling through again or going live again. Very important. It's going to help you. So you could do you could also let us know where you're watching from. Like I said, this is the second trade for the day. First one was a win for us, but we weren't live, so took the second trade. Then we just hit stop loss. Okay, so that's how it is. Most of the times it happens. Losses is also part of the game. But I'm not dismayed because the price can also reverse and go to through to our favor. So we'll just keep on going to the market and easy peasy for us. That's how it is. So that's how this particular one happened to be. We'll still be waiting for analysis again, and then whatever happens, we keep going. Now, most people might say, okay, since we're sure of our strategy, price might end up still going to our favor. Don't go and increase your stop loss. Be a disciplined trader. You don't increase your stop loss. Stick to your stop loss. Whatever it is, stay there. If it hits your stop loss, there's no problem. But ensure your strategy remains. All right. I'm going to be ending the live now. I'll be continuing much later. Bye for now.